Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Stuffed shrimp is on our menu today. These are the ingredients we need. Crab meat, shrimp, of course, breadcrumbs, green onion, red pepper, mayo, egg, Worcestershire sauce, dry mustard, fresh lemon or lemon juice, garlic powder, salt, and some kind of red pepper. So you can use cayenne pepper, red pepper flakes, whatever you choose to use. Alright, because these are going to bake in the oven. Y'all know what I always say. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get to it. Alright, first things first, we're going to chop this green onion and this red pepper. We're going to get our veggies out of the way. If you haven't hit that like button, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Hit that subscribe button. That's the most important thing, that subscribe button. Hit that share and the bell for notifications. And that'll let you know each time I put a new video up. Alright, we're going to slice these green onions as thin as we can. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with the red pepper. Now, it's up to you how you do your pepper. You can cut your pepper in strips. You can chop it, dice it. You can do whatever you want to do with this one. So it just depends on how you feel. Alright, chop, chop, chop. We'll get that out of the way so we won't have to do that in the middle of trying to assemble our dish. We won't have to do that because we definitely don't want to. Alright, a couple more seconds of this chopping and we're going to jump right over to the shrimp. Now, I bought some shrimp. These are extra large, but I bought some shrimp with the tail on. Alright, so if they haven't been cleaned and dressed for you and you have to take the shell off, you want to leave the tail on there because that's part of the presentation. So you want to, that first, it's a joint right there. That first joint, you want to hold your finger right there. And you want to take the shell off the rest of the shrimp. Okay? So that's not that hard. I'll do it again. It's quite easy though. But make sure you have tail on shrimp. Unless you just don't like the tail on there. Then in that case, it's your kitchen, your rules. But I recommend for presentation purposes that the tail stay on. Alright? So we're going to butterfly. We're going to butterfly these shrimp until they're almost flat. Because they're going to get a ball of that crab mixture on the top. So you want this to lay as flat as you can get it. Alright, so you're going to butterfly it really well. And alright, as you see. Now you let this knife go, but don't let this knife go all the way through. Okay? There we go. See? Perfectly butterflied. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to sit it up. And don't worry at this point about where your tail is. Because once you put the crab ball mixture on there, you'll be able to sit the tail up a little bit in the back. So you'll see. You'll see. So if you saw the picture of it in the beginning when we started the video, then you have some idea of what these will look like. And so at this point, I'm looking at my shrimp because I have, only so many on the plate. But I just want to make sure that the tail is not ripped off or torn off or anything. I want the entire tail on these shrimp intact. Alright, so I'm going to do a second one for you. After I do the second one, we'll move on to the next step. And if you find anything, those veins where they deveined it, if you find any more in there, take your knife and pull it out carefully. But take all of that black out of there. That's not supposed to be there. So just be careful that your shrimp are absolutely cleaned well. Alright, so once again, we're going to cut this so close, but we're not going to cut it all the way through. And I'm using a fillet knife, so I should have pointed that out early on. I'm using a fillet knife for this. Alright, we're moving on. I have 7 shrimp, so I put 8 tablespoons of crab meat into the bowl. Because it's only going to take like a tablespoon of to make the little stuffing, the balls that go on the shrimp. So I just put an extra one so I'd have enough. Okay. So all of the ingredients I showed in the beginning, I'm going to list them in the description box down below. So you'll know exactly how much I'm putting of everything. Green onions, red pepper, and don't forget at this point you can use orange or yellow as well. Alright, so we want to fold this. We don't want to break the meat up terribly. It's already not jumbo lump crab meat. It's not jumbo, but we have nice sized pieces in there, see? So I don't want to break those up. Alright, so we'll set those to the side. We're done with those. Alright, off to the side right here I have that egg. So we need 1 beaten egg. So just make sure you beat it. Just don't put it in there without mixing it up some, but beating it a little bit. So that's going to be part of our binder with the breadcrumbs. It's going to hold our little crab balls together. That is 1 tablespoon of breadcrumbs, but I ended up putting another tablespoon before this was over. The mixture wasn't holding, it wasn't forming the balls like I wanted it to, so I ended up putting another tablespoon of that. Let's see. So, all right, mayo, about a 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna eyeball it right here. Squeeze some in. I like mayo, so want to do exact measurements? That's fine. That's quite all right. Look like I'm at the end of my dry mustard, but it almost like all my recipes lately have been calling for dry mustard, so Lord have mercy. Okay, though. Put that in there. Some red pepper flakes. Again, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to use cayenne pepper or some other kind of pepper, it's fine. Worcestershire sauce. Garlic powder. And these are sea salt flakes. So I like kosher salt, I like sea salt, but these sea salt flakes, I love them. Just found them too, Amazon, the Amazon Fresh Market. I found them in there. Alright, put a little bit of that in there. So instead of cutting and squeezing that lemon, I just decided to take some lemon juice out of the fridge and use it. Either way is fine. It's not going to make or break the recipe, trust me, it's not. Alright, again, we want to fold. We want to carefully fold our ingredients in. So it's coming together. Look at that. Coming together quite nicely. And by now, you're folding the ingredients in. So by now, you'll know whether or not this will hold a ball shape. Because if it's a little too soupy, it's not. It's kind of like your ball is going to flatten out. It's not going to hold that round shape you want it to. And we definitely do for presentation purposes. We want it to hold into a nice ball shape. So now you want to get a baking sheet. I got a baking sheet. Put a little wax paper. If you want to put non-stick spray, that'll work too. So if you don't want to use wax paper, that's fine. But on top of that, I am putting, not wax paper, I'm sorry, aluminum foil. But on top of that, I am spraying some olive oil spray. So olive oil. You can use any kind of oil or non-stick spray you want, or else you can just use a non-stick pan. These are quite easy to assemble. They're really pretty when they're done, so they make great appetizers. Ooh, especially if you're trying to show off to somebody. They make great appetizers. Alright, so watch this. So I'm going to show you over here, then I'm going to move it, but then I'm going to assemble them actually on the pan. So what we want to do right here is we want to form this into a ball. Alright? All right, let's just say we're going to put it on that one. So we're going to kind of fold the tail, almost like on top of the crab ball. You see what I'm saying? You're going to kind of fold it on the top. I promise you, these are really going to look pretty. And this is what I didn't want to do. End up moving them after I've assembled them. So I started putting them on the pan right there. And I'll just put the crab ball on there. So I'm going to do another one, but I just want you to get the gist of it. Before I do that, I just want you to make sure. It's quite easy. It's simpler than a kid could do it, so. Alright, so check this out. Alright, so we'll form another ball. And it depends on how big your shrimp are. So you don't want a ball that's too big. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to have really small shrimp and then a big crab ball. Unless that's the look you're going for, of course. Your kitchen, your rules. Alright, so see? You put that on there. Stick the tail on there like that. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and we're good to go. Alright, so from a side view, this is what we're looking at before they go in the oven. That's what your shrimp should look like. So the crab ball on there, stick that tail on there, and that's what's going to hold that tail up for you. Stick it on there. Alright, so let's go into the oven and then we'll be back. And when it comes out of the oven, this is what it looks like. And a amuse-bouche, so you can put the whole thing in your mouth except for that tail on the end. But this is a one-bite appetizer. You want to make it 2 bites, you can, but it's a one-bite appetizer. All right. Y'all got to go make these. They're really good. All right, thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.